I figured out what I've been doing wrong this whole time. I haven't been full of enough hate. I haven't been negative enough. That is how you grow on these platforms. I've been trying to spread positive messages, make people laugh, give them something to enjoy. But most people just want to enjoy other people's misery so they can all wrap themselves up in the same misery blanket and just wrap themselves up in victimhood and just enjoy it, I guess. And it doesn't sound like a very enjoyable experience to me, but to many others, it seems like that's a hell of a time. Because apparently I need to get on Twitter and I need to join the movement and be angry at the world like all the other radical extremists that exist on the other side of the internet with those keyboard warriors. That's what I need to be. I need to hate my mama. I need to hate my daddy. I need to hate my friends. I need to hate my job. I need to hate the fact that I can't get any more money. I need to hate the fact that I can't get a job. I need to hate the fact that I can't clap cheeks. I need to hate the fact that I can't, take women out on dates. I need to hate the fact that I can't get a raise. I need to hate the fact that white men feel ostracized and that black men feel oppressed and that, the WNBA players aren't making enough money, even though technically, like, if the league was to pay them what they owed them, they would owe the league money. But nonetheless, I'm angry about it. I support them on their cause. That part is actually true. But I need to be upset. That's what I need to be. I need to hate everything about my life. I need to be angry at the fact that my mustache isn't growing back fast enough. If I came on the internet every day and just bitched and complained about how horrible the world is, I would probably grow a lot faster. Because every time I look up, I see other channels bitching about their life. I'm 28 and I don't have a job. I'm 37 and I have no life. I'm 49 and guess what? I want to end it. And it's like, you know what? All these videos seem to get a lot of views. Some of them don't. And it's like, damn, you put all that sadness on video and yet you got no clicks and views. When I know that's really why you were crying in the camera. Some of them are fake tears. Some people had to really work themselves up to get that emotion they needed just so they can just cry in the camera. Grift for views. Just like the whole movement of all the people saying I'm 28 and I have no friends movement. All the people at every different age that has no friends, they were trying their best to get a lot of clicks and views because they knew that was a way to grow their channel. A lot of channels stalemated, and then all of a sudden you see them talking about, well, you don't need friends in this world, or I don't have any friends, when it's probably cap. Probably lies. Now, a good chunk of those videos when they first came out, they were genuine. The ones that were genuine, you can tell. And some of them did get a lot of views. And you know what? I feel really happy for them for that. Because I know that dopamine rush was something that really hit them hard. And that was something that gave them a bit of joy that they probably never experienced, or at least hadn't in a long time. But if I came out here and I was angry at the fact that I didn't have another monitor so I can come out here and live stream, if I was just angry at the fact that I wish this couch was just 10 times more comfortable, even though it's a really comfortable couch, I really wish it was more comfortable. I wish it had more arms so it can massage me and beat my meat for me, so I can just be here. So I don't have to do anything. Why can't women just come over here and just hook up with me? Why do I have to do work? Why do I have to try? Why isn't it that people will just let me have the money at work, even though these corporations I know be BSing folks? If I was just angry and complained about all these things every single day, I would probably get more attention. I just think that's sad. I can't get on here and be negative every day. I don't know how people do it, but they literally build their whole identity and their whole channel around sadness. And I think that is incredibly sad. Like, damn. I mean, there's this chick, I just saw her channel pop up on my algorithm the other day. It was the Alina channel. And I guess the whole thing is her crying in the camera every video talking about how depressed she is. I guess some people are going to resonate with that. But if you have depressed people watching depressed people be depressed, do you not think they're just going to get more depressed? I think at some point in time when you see so much depression, you're only going to think, man, there really is no hope. Where are the pills? Where's the alcohol? Where's the 9? You know what I'm saying? Because those people are going to start looking for the out. Where's the rope? Is there a train track nearby? I don't see how these people continue to make their identity that, and they think it's actually going to be beneficial for them later on. Where are the other people in their lives saying, hey, maybe you should make content like that. Maybe you should do something a little bit more positive to build your spirits, uplift you to where you're not so miserable to be around on a daily basis because you live in the sadness. Maybe some of them really don't have friends. And then also a good chunk of them are just lying to you. That's the ones that bother me. The ones I know is just full of shit. You look at their channel, they got 250,000 something views, and now you got them, they're grifting like everybody else on the videos that don't make a lick of sense of why they're starting to make them. They joined all 1,867,543 other content creators that are talking about dating. Hell, actually, that might be an undersold number. It might be 17 million. It might be 48 million. There's a lot of content creators out here, and there's a lot of people always talking about the differences between men and women. Why nobody likes to date today. Why women should give up on men and why men should give up on women. Now, I made this point in another video, but it still stands. It's very valid. Maybe I should join that movement, and that's what I need to talk about. YouTube has been working very hard at trying to push this channel towards dating, and I've been working 10 times harder to push it away from it. Because look, these people who are out here on the internet giving you this advice, and at the end of every bit of their advice, they try to hook you by linking you into a course or some type of like membership program. They're all scamming you. They're not sad, and they're not actual gurus. There is no real life coach who has their life figured out to the point where they can teach others, this is how you're supposed to do it. Man, you. You know what I'm saying? Really, you're going to sit here and tell me how I'm supposed to live my life when I actually unfolded yours and figured out that you're cheating on every single spouse that you had, and that you're a terrible parent, and that everybody in your life hates you and they all cut you off? You scammed everybody in your family, and now you're scamming everybody on the internet, and I'm supposed to believe you? It's the same game plan. They all run the same plays. They all do the same stuff. It's the same formula every single time. The multi-level marketing people, they do the exact same thing. Pyramid scheme people, they do all the same thing. People trying to get you to buy these manosphere dating guru coaches, life coaching, courses and whatnot. They're all lying to you. It's cap. Every now and then somebody on their channel is actually trying to sell you something genuine, and people won't buy it. Crazy. Some people just try to sell you a book that they really put their heart and soul into over a couple of years, or, they try to sell you on the fact that they're making some movies that's supposed to be about something positive, but nobody wants to see anything positive. Now, I get the world is dark, guys. It's a dark place. It is. There's a lot of bad things going on out there. And I guarantee you half the bad things that's going on out there don't even affect you. And yet somehow you're finding yourself in a level of victimhood that doesn't even reflect your actual living experience. It's like the people that are running around here scared and mad at the gays all the time. Like, how many gay people do you even deal with on a regular basis for you to be angry at them? Like, for you to hate trans people so bad, how many trans have you ran into? I mean, I am curious. For the white people who hate black people so much, y'all don't even deal with black people, and yet you're still talking shit about them like they're actually robbing your house each and every day, and you live in a gated neighborhood. Like, come on, man, stop the cap. Just like black people out here the same, out here blaming white folks for all their issues, and yet they don't engage with any in actual real life. It's insane. People are out here just placing a level of victimhood on themselves that doesn't even exist. They watch all these negative videos, and yet they somehow like resonate with them to thinking, yeah, man, that's just what my life is like. I remember when that chick turned me down when I was 22, and I was pissed. I was ready to break everything in her house. And yeah, some people are like that. I get it. We all go through those levels of life where we have to grow. But some people turn that into their whole identity. They make their whole channel talking about taking L's. And it's sort of like the people, especially with the dating ones, because it's nonstop. It's incredible how many people are literally trying to get onto these platforms and grift into being some type of coach. That's what they're trying to do. They're all trying to teach you how relationships work, and none of them are in actual relationships. People who are speaking about relationships online aren't in relationships, and they aren't the people you should listen to. The people you should listen to are the ones who aren't online and aren't in actual relationships. There are people that are actually in full functioning relationships that are succeeding and flourishing right now. Some of your friends are in them. Some of your family's in them. I know you see a bunch of them that crash out, and a lot of them that you see it crash out. Let's stop acting like you didn't know it was going to crash out right from the get-go. Most of them just started, it became a relationship because they just hooked up at a party, and then they just started hooking up on the regular because it was easy. And then you knew one of them was going to get lazy and they were going to get fat, and the other one was going to get complacent, and it wasn't going to work out because somebody inevitably was going to get pissed. And that happens in majority of relationships because somebody gets comfortable, somebody gets lazy, and yet then they just start, butting heads just for the heck of it. I should be out here mad and angry because my dog is 107 years old, and I don't know how much time I'm going to have left with him. I should be angry at God, angry at the world, angry at the universe, just pissed. That's what I need to do, is just play victim. Be really mad at this dark world. Like, I should just be pissed. Like, it's a really nice, beautiful, sunny day outside. Something terrible is going to take place today. Somewhere. Probably already happened. Probably happened just now. Right now. Somebody probably just got swatted, for all we know. Somebody got their head blown off. Somebody probably done died in a car accident. Probably some type of natural disaster that then took place somewhere on the other side of the world. Have no idea. But you can't just approach each and every day being pissed and miserable, because that's the only experience you're going to have. You won't even know how to be happy or enjoy anything. So many people are so uptight they can't enjoy anything. People act like they got to be a certain way around certain folks, when it's like, look, if you already can sense that you got to change up your, the way you are around folks, the way you move, the way you maneuver, all of that, then you probably already know you don't need to associate with those people full time. If it's people you work with, just accept the fact it's work and move on about your day. Don't let so many other people bother your experience. So many people are just so affected by everything that goes around them. And yet they don't have a lick of empathy for those who actually have real stuff going on in their lives. It's just crazy. The amount of hypocrisies I see in people's daily lives just blow my mind. People always coming on YouTube talking about, I want to post more. I'm going to be more dedicated to my craft. And yet you don't see them for weeks. They don't put in the time. And then you realize the videos that they release, they don't even do much editing on. And it's like, dude, if you're really going to release, just make them, upload them, and release them. It's not that hard. You're not even putting in that much work. Like, me and some other content creators that I know, they be grinding, truly grinding on a daily basis, because they're working at 9 to 5, 9 to 7, whatever, long hours, and they come back home and they're still putting in more grind on the work. Those people are really working hard. Some of them aren't succeeding, but a lot of us are trying our best to stay as positive as we possibly can, because we know eventually it will pay off. It could be complete lies. I could be working my butt off for years, but it might not ever pay off. I might actually never get to 6,000 subscribers, which would be the saddest effing thing ever. But it's not going to kill me. It's not going to make my outlook on life be so negative like everybody else wants to be miserable. I can't let other people's misery make me miserable, because I don't want to live like that. It's going to make me age. I will look terrible. You see the bags underneath my eyes? That's because I don't sleep. If I was to add in all the extra stress of all of other people's bitching out here in the world about the fact that they're angry at everything that's going on, I would already look like I was 100 years old. I would look worse than fresh. And that is a terrible thing. I don't want to look like fresh. Hell, nobody should desire to look like that. Then I would understand why you would be angry and upset at the world. But if you don't look like him, then you need to calm down. That means you got a ways to go. I mean, that means, you know what? It's not so bad. It's not so terrible. I'm telling you, it's a beautiful day outside. I might even be able to go out there and play some golf. I don't know. Hell, if you don't have any money, just go outside, talk to somebody. Everybody has some form of friend somewhere. And if you don't, it's a reflection on you. I'm sorry, it is. If there's nobody in your life at all, there's something you have done to make it that way. If you are miserable and angry at everything that's going on, people don't want to associate themselves with you. Jobs don't want to F with you. Brands don't want to F with you. You don't seem to grow on any of your social media. If you're posting content, nothing seems to be going well. You need to change up whatever you have going on. Now, I don't like preaching like this, because I don't want to come off as like I know it all, and I don't want to hook you into, hey, buy this brand new Random University course that we're selling about how to improve your life. It's only $7,000 and it's going to last you about 30 minutes of your time. That's all it's going to take. I'm not going to BS you with some stuff like that. There is no hook, line, and sinker. There is no punchline. I don't like preaching because I just like to entertain. And usually, I think sometimes I could be kind of funny. It depends on the video. It depends on what I'm talking about. But this was on my mind, and I just keep thinking, man, why are so many people so negative? And it's like, that's how you grow. So many videos pop up in my algorithm, and I see that these people's channels explode way past people like my channel, or Wise TV's channel, or Logic's channel, LTTV's channel, hell, Tree of Logic's channel. There's a lot of channels that are doing some good work out there, and I see people's just crap on them. King Ali TV, F-Bombs for You, CJ Productions, Gray Pill Podcast, people putting in some good work, people I see that are mostly pretty positive. But you see some people literally crying to the camera every day, and next thing you know, their channel blew up 8,000 subscribers. And you're like, dang, man. The funny thing that happens when it comes to that stuff for me, and this is, as you can see, I can't just be negative all the time. I can't. Things just make me laugh. I find too much entertainment even in this dark world, which is why my humor is pretty dark sometimes. It is, because I know it can be very morbid out there. It is rough. It's not as beautiful as it is in this video right now, looking at my beautiful face. It's not. But you can't live in it. You can't swim in it each and every day. I'm telling you, it's poisonous. It's like swimming in Michigan. You are going to change forms. You will become a nematode that is filled with hate and rage. You'll be worse than the rabid red pill Avengers. I mean, all of them, all those people that just suck. Those people, you know, like the Myrons, the Roll Tomasis, the Donovan Sharps. Oh man, the Mr. Organics, the people we had on the red pill tiers list, all of them plus some. That's the life you're going to end up having. I mean, those people, it may seem like it's going well, are crying themselves at home. Crying themselves to sleep. Donovan Sharp, if you think that man's going to bed happy each and every night, knowing how hypocritical and an embarrassment of a human being he is, I doubt it. I know I'm an embarrassment. I know it. I know it. That's why I try to quit YouTube, but I can't quit. I mean, that's Donovan. That's just Donovan, man. An effing straight up coon is what he is. Even people like Stephen A. Bootlicker is actually out here living his whole life, trying to dive into the hate, all his fake gangsterism that he's putting out here on the internet. You know what? I guarantee you, he's happy. You know why? Because he doesn't live in all the negativity. That's why he said the stupid stuff he said the other day, because he doesn't like to surround himself with a bunch of negativity. That part I actually can F with. Now, what he said, you know, you might want to fix that. And it's a little too late because people are already serving his channel a whole bunch of L's. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see how he rebuilds his image. But once again, I was getting to the point talking about how all these people come out here and their channels explode out of nowhere. And the thing is, they start having this obligation thinking, oh my God, I grew 8,000 subscribers. I got an 8,000 person audience. I need to become a content creator, when it's like, no. You cried into the camera, people resonated, and by naturality, people randomly sub to your channel out of sympathy. And that's what happened to a good chunk of them. And then they start producing content. They suck at it. They don't evolve. And they're still bad content creators multiple years later. And yet they're starting to go back down that level of depression, that rabbit hole of sadness, where they realize like, damn, maybe my life was pointless, when really, maybe that wasn't the calling. It was just people resonating with you in the moment. It's time for you to like take that money that you probably earn off of that situation, or some of the clout that you gain off of that, situation, and just build something to make your life positive. I get it. It's hard to make money out here. It's hard to save money. You can't trust a lot of folks. There's a whole bunch of people that'll backstab you. You can't trust people to actually be genuine a lot of times. But I don't find that to always be the case in my life. I feel like if you really are paying attention, if you can really, really read people, which most people be like, oh, I be paying attention. All I do is people watch. And they have surrounded themselves with the worst combination of people you can possibly imagine. Scammers, liars, cheaters. That's all they surround themselves by. But yet they know people. Obviously they do. And they know the ones they like to F with the worst, just like them. Those are the people that are always negative. I mean, there's some people that get sad and you can't pull them out of that level of depression for a while. Sometimes somebody just needs to vent. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then a person who's always positive, they go and they get sad for a while, and then people are all concerned, or they're just like, oh, wow, you done changed up. When it's like, damn, give them a moment. Sometimes, like I've been preaching them said the other day, there isn't always a solution in a moment. You just need to let people cry. One of my best friends told me a long time ago when she was just bitching at me about a whole bunch of different things. And I'm just like, God. And I kept trying to come up with solutions because, men, guess what? We're solution based, right? So I was trying to come up with solutions, but she didn't want a solution. She just wanted to complain and cry. That's all she wanted to do. That's what was going to make her feel better. Now, I know some people feel like it might make them feel better to do it each and every day, but no, it won't. Get it out. Wipe those tears. Pick yourself up by those bootstraps that pissed everybody off so much, and get back to living. There's something out there that you can enjoy. Something out there that is worth being loved. If you don't think you're worthy of being loved, you are. It just might not be by the caliber of person you're looking for in your mind. You got so many people with diluted expectations in this world. You got, people who are chasing people that they cannot get physically. That is unfortunate to say in this world, but it's true. Beautiful people should be with beautiful people. Ugly people should be with ugly people. Mid people should be with mid people. Sometimes it gets a little balanced out or unbalanced out. And then there's always serial cheating in those cases because it's unbalanced. But you have this delusion where people are looking at social media each and every day, rotting their brain with a bunch of fake podcasts and fake content creators spewing a bunch of positivity nonsense that they're not even applying to their own lives. Now, I mean, people can dox whoever they want out here on the internet. I'm going to let you know right now, I'm a happy person. I can't help it. There's a lot of things that can make me sad in seconds, but I choose not to be sad all the freaking time. It's there. But overall, I have to be positive. If I don't, I'll go effing crazy. There is no such thing as toxic positivity. There can be annoying levels of positivity where, like I was just saying, some people just ain't trying to hear it right then. But there's no amount of positivity that's actually bad. There's not. And if you actually believe that, you need to reevaluate that a little bit. At least I think so. And I don't care if people disagree with that. Feel free to leave that in the comments. And I hope that people do. Because I like feedback. I'm not a person that deletes comments. I'm not going to be one of those folks like when people are out here angry in the chat over here. Oh man, look at you out here. You're deleting comments like a bitch, man. And I remember somebody was going off one day in my comment section. I'm just like, homie, I'm not deleting your comments. YouTube chooses to delete the comments sometimes. Whatever you're saying, whatever you're talking about in the comment section, they have deemed foul. And they said, no mas, homie. They said, you cannot continue to talk that way. We will ban it. Wasn't me. Most of us content creators don't even waste the time to do so. There are content creators out there that actually don't even pay attention to your comments, which I think is sad, which also reeks to me of a level of insecurity that those individuals need to get over. Because if you can't read your comment section sometimes, then you got demons. People can say the worst things about me. It's not going to bother me. Yeah, I mean, will it linger in my head every now and then? Yeah, it will. That's human nature. But I'm not going to let it bother me. You know why? Because I don't know those people dropping the hate. And usually it's just either trolls, bots, or people really just trying to hate. Miserable people trying to make you feel their way. Stop falling for that bait. Stop falling for the misery. Stop listening to all these fake and phony politicians out here, these fake and sorry influencers who are trying to get you to buy products that will probably dang near kill you in a couple years. Just stop it, or get you addicted to gambling to the point where you're going to actually start robbing your family. I mean, is that really what you want to do? Are these the things in the way you want to be in this world? Is that the way people want to see it? All darkness, no sunset? You want to be out here like Lord Jamar, where you barely even believe in space and the sun? Like, I'm starting to think right now, that man believes in a flat earth, right? I wonder what he thinks. Where does the sun go? Where the hell does it go? Flat earthers, help me understand that question. Where does the sun go on this flat earth? Where does the moon come from? Does it just go away? I mean, I'm curious. I'm just, man. I mean, I get it in the court, in the context of this, the earth being round, but with it being flat, how does that work? How does that work? Flat earthers are sad people because they're always diving into conspiracy theories that really don't make any sense, and they're trying to justify their God complexes or something that they got going on in their own mind to help them feel better at night. A lot of people are scared. They just don't want to say it. And it's okay. People keep acting like, well, I can't open up to anybody. Dude, there has never been a time in a day and age where people can open up to anyone more than they can now. Every time you look up, there's another therapist that's lining up on YouTube or some other platform, or there's a BetterHelp, which is probably a bad company, by the way. But there's always, some type of psychiatrist down the street. You can always go see somebody. There's always people out there that are willing to listen to you. Yeah, you might have to pay, but you have to go pay to get, medicine, don't you? This is a form of medicine. Therapy is medicine. It helps you heal. Whatever helps you heal is worth paying for sometimes. Now, you might want to check those prices. And then when you go in, you might want to evaluate that person and see if they're actually a good shrink for you, because sometimes that's not always a good fit. It's not. But I'm telling you, there's never been a better time to open up in this world and be yourself than now. Anybody who out there is like, man, I just can't be myself. What are you talking about? That's why people say, go touch grass. Do you really know what the texture of grass feels like anymore? Because I feel like the only thing that what it feels like is plastic or skin. That's it. It's the only thing you touch. So you need to figure that out. I'm telling you, that there's way more life to be lived than not. Sitting around in your room all day, endlessly scrolling on your phone, doom scrolling, feeling sorry for yourself isn't going to help. It's just not. Like I said, it's not always going to be easy. And some people are born in circumstances that I have no idea how they get out of those. I've been very fortunate in my life. I was born, luckily, with family that cared, parents that cared, friends that for whatever reason wanted to be my friend in times I never asked for any of my friends, and I had the greatest friends I could possibly imagine. There's so many people in my phone. I have a gajillion contacts, and I actually remember these people. I was shocked the other day when I was scrolling, and I was like, wow, I actually do know all these people. Like, where all these contacts come from, and I actually do know them. Some experiences people can try to take as negatives, but I try to take them and take it as positive. I hear people complain, well, I grew up in a crowded home. I didn't get enough attention and stuff like that when I was younger. Look, I could kind of say the same thing. I grew up in a house that had multiple family members in it, and it wasn't like we were just in a large place. You know what I'm saying? I slept in the same bed as my cousins. I mean, but I never looked at it as bad because I always wanted to be around them anyway. I loved them more than life itself. So it's just like, it didn't bother me. But some people will be mad at the fact that they lost their space. I used to have all that space to myself. Could be bitching about it for the rest of my life. Like, man, I lost all that time to myself. I could have just been in my room alone, so I can be myself. Be by myself. All these people talking about, this is why I don't F with people, man. I'm telling you, you can't trust them. You're trying to trust all the wrong people. They're people that have been flashing red flags in your face for years. And yet you just ignored them. You kept them in your life, and you knew you should have dumped them a long time ago. You should have just put those people in an oil drum and buried them off in the desert a long time ago, but you didn't do it. Not literally, but psychologically. There's some people that are always going to be asking you for help, but yet anytime you need help, they can't help you. At some point in time, you're going to have to cut the cord. It doesn't mean you don't care about them, doesn't mean you don't love them, but there's a point you got to realize they're affecting your attitude. They're affecting your mindset. You can't do anything positive because you got people sucking the life out of you, pure leeches. And when a lot of people who are posting these miserable videos talking about how sad and how horrible life is, some of them, I've watched a lot of them. They are enlightening to hear people's plights. I like listening to people's journeys, and I like to follow them afterwards to see if something good happens. Because some of these people actually do make changes to improve their lives, and some just sit and just wallow in the misery. They can't help it. And I don't know what you do with those people, but apparently that is the way to grow out here on the platforms, is to be miserable each and every day. Hate your life, hate everything that's going on, hate the sun, hate books, hate food, hate everything. I'm telling you, hate animals. Take out your aggression on all the people that have never hurt you a day in your life. Piss on them. Customer service workers, just fling shit at them. How about you just drive a car right through the lobby? You know what I'm saying? Just for the heck of it. Starting to stray away from the point. Point being is, I haven't been negative enough on this platform. Every video I need to hate. I need to just hate it, bitch and moan about why I'm not growing. I need to be angry at the fact that I'm not going to hit my goal this year of 10,000 subscribers. F you guys in the comment section. F all the people that watch my videos. It's like, what sense does that make? To hell with everybody that supported my channel up to this point. To hell with all the people that's ever watching my videos or left a comment because there's not enough of them. Get over yourself. Maybe you're not as great as you think you are. Maybe you're just not. There are a lot of narcissists out there, and a lot of people that exist on the internet are those people. A lot of the personalities. There's a little bit of narcissism in every person. We all have it somewhere deep down. All that is you just care a little bit more about yourself than others. That's fine. You should. You look out for you at some point in time. Some people obviously take it a step too far. They become manipulative and they just try to ruin lives. But a lot of people on the internet, it's mostly because they're insecure. Narcissists are very insecure. They can't handle criticism. They can't handle hate. They block people because they said something negative. Came out here for all the smoke, but as soon as that smoke got a little bit too dark, they started blocking. Put up the defense shields because they didn't want any of it for reals. Somebody came in with a flamethrower and they're like, whoa, calm down now. I don't have a fire hydrant to deal with that. I can't call 911 in time to fix this situation. I need to be more negative. So for the rest of this year, I'm going to be for the rest of this year, I'm going to be insufferable. You're going to hate me by the end of the year. You're going to hate every video, and you're going to have no choice but to like, share, and subscribe to this effing channel. Have a good day. No, I'm wrong. F you. Have a terrible day. I can't stand you, and I hope you... Never mind, I ain't going to say the rest because that might actually get me banned out here on YouTube.